Hi everybody, my name's Sterling, and I recently started this Breaking Bad a website and a Facebook page and YouTube channel because I missed the whole series from the beginning. And when I found out about it, I watched the pilot series and a few episodes. I was hooked, and I'm really enthused about the show. So we got this site started, and so I wanted to make a series of videos to talk about what goes on. So I'm going to start with a pilot episode. We get introduced to this character called Walter White, who all we know about him is he's a high school chemistry teacher. He's a family man. He's got a wife, and he's got a son at home who has a multiple sclerosis problem. So he's a real dedicated family man kind of a guy. He comes home to a surprise party one day, and this is where we meet his brother-in-law, Hank, he's a DEA agent, that's his job. And the whole family and set of friends are sitting around watching this TV report where Hank had busted some meth lab type guys. And Walter's kind of secretly attracted to, he's watching this report and seeing, man, they confiscated like $700,000 in cash. He says, is that a reasonable amount of money? And Hank tells him, oh, heck yeah, there's lots of money in the drug trade. So Walter, this bumbling idiot family man kind of guy, is really attracted to this idea, but he doesn't really act on it. He knows better. But shortly after that, he finds out that he has inoperable lung cancer and only a couple of years to live. And that really changes his perspective on life. And so, weirdly enough, he decides to act on this maybe fantasy or something. So, after contemplating this bad news about his death, Walter decides that he's going to take up Hank on his offer of watching a drug bust. So he goes along with him, rides along with him when they bust this people operating this meth lab. And in the process of witnessing this bust, he comes into contact with an ex-high school student of his. His name's Jesse Pinkman, who's a punk kid now who's into drug distribution. And so weirdly enough, Mr. White, which is what Jesse calls him because he's his ex-student, he approaches Jesse and he more or less blackmails him into working with him to sell crystal meth if he would produce it. It's a long story made short. He's going through this weird change because he has received this death sentence due to the cancer. Jesse accepts the offer. He's kind of reluctant about it. Mr. White scrapes up all the money he can get so they can buy an RV so they can go out and have a mobile meth lab away from the subdivisions where they live. They live in suburban Albuquerque out near the desert, so it's easy for them to drive out in the desert to a remote place where they can cook high quality meth without being detected. Walter creates this batch of really, really pure meth, so pure like Jesse's never seen it before. This punk, low-class scum drug dealer guy just can't believe it. So after this, he stupidly goes back into town and he tells his drug dealer buddies about it, and he drives them out to the spot where Walter's cooking the next batch. And these guys are really attracted to finding out where this stuff came from, and they knew that Jesse wasn't smart enough to cook it himself. But when they get there, they come to the conclusion that Walter must be a DEA guy and that they've gotten set up. Well, somehow they talk him out of killing them both. Walter offers to show him exactly how he cooks this pure meth product, and he knows he's in hot water and that these two guys are really scumbags, but the only way he's going to get out of this alive is to kill the scumbag guys. So in the process of, quote, showing them how to produce high quality crystal meth, he mixes these two chemicals up to produce this poisonous phosphine gas. All you need is a whiff of it and it'll kill you. And so we think that he's killed these two guys it appears, and these two dead guys are in the back of the RV, and now they're in a real mess. They got two dead guys in the back of the RV. They can't dump them in the desert. They know they'll get found that way. They got to dispose of the bodies in an undetectable way. So he gets into a further mess he's never been in before. It's really kind of fascinating, but just you got to watch the video to get all the details. But the recap video is pretty good. You just don't get the same character development as if you watch the whole series. So watch the whole series, and I hope that if you've seen the series, you appreciate my comments on it. I'm going to make some more videos like this, and I'll see you the next time. Thanks. Bye.